Hello there, Computer Science 7. So today we'll be opening and sharing a new folder in OneDrive, and we'll be talking about our typing test document. So you need to start off by going to My Apps and going to Schoology, and please read over the document, How to Use OneDrive for Computer Science 7. Please pause this recording while you're looking that over, and once you've looked it over, go ahead and resume the recording and we'll continue making a new folder. All right, so follow along on that document, How to Use OneDrive for Computer Science 7. We are now in My Apps and we are going to use Stanford Office 365 OneDrive right here. All right, so for you to make a new folder, you're going to click on New right here and Folder, and you're going to name your folder Computer Science 7. So for all documents you create for this class or ones that I share with you, they all need to be in this Computer Science 7 folder. You're going to share that with me and I'll have access to it. That's how you're going to hand everything in. So once you write that in there, you're going to click Create. I'm going to add Demo to the end of mine. You don't have to put that on yours. And I'm going to click Create. Once your new folder has been created, you need to share it with me. So once you hover over that file, you'll see this little box with an arrow pointing out, and you click on that. And make sure this is selected, anyone with the link can edit. And you can start putting in my email address. My name is N. Rutherford, so NR. And once you do that, you'll notice my name pops up right there. So go ahead and click on that and send. And you'll see a message that says link sent. And there you have it. You have a Computer Science 7 folder that is shared with me so I can view the work that you do for Computer Science 7. So every day in Computer Science 7, you will be completing a daily typing test. Now, it's not really a test per se, but it's just a measurement of how many words per minute you can type. As we know, keyboarding is a very valuable skill, and you'll find it more and more valuable as you live and work in this digital world that we're living in. So your daily bell ringer will be a typing test. You're going to keep track of your WPM, which are words per minute, in a OneDrive document that you will share with me. So you'll notice after you share that Computer Science 7 folder with me, I'm going to put a typing test document in there. And on that document, you will record your words per minute. At the end of the course, you'll receive extra credit for any improvement of your words per minute. So hopefully, when you start out, it'll be 1 score, and then as you move on, your scores will increase. So an important thing to note is that when you're typing, you should always have your fingers on the home row. I know that you've done some typing with Miss Voorhees and she taught you about the home row, but I know it's probably been a little while, so I'm going to show you this little refresher video about the home row.
Before we put our fingers to work, let's use our eyes for a moment. Take a look at your keyboard. Do you notice anything different about the F and J keys? They have bumps. Okay, now place your index finger on those keys and feel the bumps. Got it? Great. These bumps are designed to guide your fingers back to the home row. Your fingers will always return to this row of keys whenever you aren't typing. With your index finger resting on the F and J keys, place your remaining fingers on the keyboard. You should feel them touching the 3 keys on either side of the F and J. Good job! Your fingers are officially in the home row position.
So now you know where the home row is. I want you to go to freetypinggame.net so you can open up any browser and type that in and complete typing test 26. As you're doing that, please keep your fingers on the home row, and of course you're not going to raise your hand when you're done, but you can reply to this video with a comment and tell me what your score was. What was your words per minute? So I just want to demonstrate how to go to freetypinggame.net. So you just basically type that into any browser, freetypinggame.net, and I'm using Google Chrome. And And once you type that in, you're going to come to a screen that looks like this. You need to click on the tab that says Tests. And then over here on the left where it says Free Typing Test, you'll notice that test number 26 is already there. You're going to go ahead and start the test. And before you press start, you're going to make note of where the home row is, because that's where your finger should be while you're doing it. And then you're going to go ahead and click start and try to type this paragraph as accurately and quickly as you can. Once you're done typing it, it will give you a words per minute score. And please respond to this video with a comment telling me what your words per minute were. Another tool we're going to use for typing practice is typing.com. So you'll notice in Schoology, I gave you a typing.com student ID login card. So you're going to use the information from that card to log in. So just like with Free Typing Game, you're going to open up your browser, you're going to type in typing.com, and then you're going to use the login information that I gave you. Once you're logged in, you're going to need to add your name information only. So there's going to be a bunch of blanks, and it's not really that explanatory. So just put your first and last name, and then scroll down and click Save. Then you'll be clicking on Lessons at the top of the screen. So I'm going to show you what that's going to look like. So here we are back in the browser, and we're going to just type in there typing.com and hit enter. And you're going to want to log in as a student right here, student login. And then you're going to put the username and password that I gave you. Once you enter in that username and password, you'll get a screen before this screen that you're seeing in front of you right now. And that screen will ask you for your first name and last name. It'll also ask you for email and some other information, but you don't need to fill that out, just your first name and last name, and save those changes. And once you've done that, you need to go to the top of the screen and click on Lessons. And then you'll notice that you have a series of lessons assigned to you. So you need to press Start. You'll also notice that once you start these lessons, you do need to have your fingers on the home row. And if you take a look, you can see that it's telling you if you want to type the C key, for example, it's saying move your finger from the F key and bring it down and click the C key. So you'll just move through these lessons. I would say practice this for 4 or 5 minutes before moving on. So you want to pause the video, practice this for 4 or 5 minutes, and then resume the video. Finally, for our first project, we are going to do a Flipgrid intro video. So Flipgrid is just an app that you can use, and you did have it on your iPads. You probably don't have it on your laptop, but you can go to the web version of it. And it's a video app where you can record this introductory videos. I set up a class so you can see the videos that your classmates have done. So you'll be creating an intro using Flipgrid, and you'll also be commenting on the videos that your peers made. So to get started, we're not going to go into Flipgrid today, but what you need to do is complete the Flipgrid intro organizer. So in order to find that organizer, you're going to need to go to Schoology, and that's where you hopefully were to access all these other materials. And this is the lesson for September 14th. So if you maximize that, you've got all your documents in there, how to use OneDrive for computer science. This video will be in here as soon as I'm done recording it. You've got your typing.com login card, and you've got your Flipgrid intro graphic organizer. Now you said you have a printer at home. You can go ahead and print that out and write in it, or you can just write it on a plain piece of paper. It doesn't really have to be on this paper. If you do it on a plain piece of paper though, I probably will have you just take a picture of it. So it says introduce yourself in 90 seconds on Flipgrid. 90 seconds, believe it or not, is going to seem like it takes forever. So you're probably going to aim for more like 30 seconds to 45 seconds. So here is the organizer. Fill in the organizer for now, and then next time I'll show you how to go on Flipgrid and record your video. Be sure to include all the information that's on the organizer in your video. You can include some other things too if you want to. And then when you're finished, you will be commenting on 2 of your peers, and that will become apparent next time. So basically your name, where you live, something about your family members, what you like to do in your spare time, and in the future, what are you thinking about being in the future? And then one interesting fact about you that most people don't know. And that's basically it for us today. So make sure you go through all those items in the folder. You can watch this video as many times as you need. You can back it up in case you missed an instruction. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day.